A very happy morning to all of you. Happy morning to you, sir. A warm welcome to this session, the second session for this academic year. Before we go on to this session, I just wanted to congratulate the whole grade 9 and 10 students for having given a beautiful, stellar performance the last Sunday on Rainbow Expressions. So each one of them have really put in a lot of efforts. It was almost after 3 years that we had this cultural evening set up, and the parents were really very happy seeing their kids on the stage. But what I felt is, all the students were involved in this program so well that I could see team coordination when the dance was going on or during the practice. There was collaborative work done in a whole as such. They had a lot of patience when they had to turn and wait for their turn as such. They had a lot of patience waiting for the costumes to be put on, the paintings to be done. It was not very easy because many of the dancers had huge costumes, a lot of costumes to be put in. So we were actually, apprehensive whether these students would be cooperating with us. But there was very good cooperation from each one of the students, and the program was a grand success. So with this program, I've become very confident of this batch of grade 10 who are going to face their board exams. They will be doing very well because that is the next task that they have. And the grade 9 students would be preparing well for their grade 10 the coming academic year. So for this, I would have all of you give a big round of applause for yourselves for giving us such a beautiful evening last Sunday. That doesn't call for a loud applause. A bigger round of applause. Thank you. And I hope this same applause continues throughout the workshop, today's session, whenever your friends answer some questions. So, will you all accept this? Will you all follow this up? Yes. So, we had a beautiful session in the month of July, where we had spoken a lot about goals, about great people, right? So, do you all recollect? So, I have with me Darshana and Harshita, who would like to recollect what we had actually learned in the first session. So I'll hand over the mic to Harshita and Darshana.
A very happy and inspiring day to one and all here. We would like to take this opportunity to recall the session 1, Born to Fly, by Gopinath sir on July.
Sir, it's a blessing for all of us to get inspired by your motivational talks and move towards our goals. We would like to start up with saying by Sir APJ Abdul Kalam, which told us everyone has wings. Friends, I request you to repeat after us.
I am born to fly.
I am born with potential.
I am born with goodness and trust.
I am born with ideas and dreams.
I am born with greatness.
I am born with confidence.
I am born with wings.
So I am not made for crawling.
I have wings, I will fly.
Fly, fly, and fly. Thank you, friends. Sir, we understood that we live in an era with global opportunities through your talks.
Let me ask you one thing. Do anyone remember what are the 3 major resources that Sir told in last session? Those 3 resources are self, associates, and time, where self is further divided into body and mind. Sir, you have explained us clearly that who uses these 3 major resources properly in right manner, they succeed.
We also understood that we have the same size brain like the masterminds had, like Sir Abdul Kalam ji and Einstein and many more, which implies that we have to use it in a right way.
I want to take this opportunity to ask a question to one in the gathering. I have the same sized brain as?
Anyone, no problem.
I have the same sized brain as? Yes. Yes, that's right.
Oh God, they got the chocolates. Congratulations.
We liked the game where we compared ourselves with great minds and we felt very proud and also had a fervor to become one of those great minds.
Do anyone remember what was the password for all of our brains? Anyone? Yes? Okay, it was confidence. So what about the charger? Wow, I think everyone heard the last session with a lot of concentration. So, the 10-letter password was confidence to the brain, which gave us a thought to be confident. Sir, with confidence, we also charged ourselves with motivation, which inbuilt resilience within us.
And do anyone remember the cattle weaver's daughter name? Yes, Renuka, please. Correct answer. The cattle weaver's daughter, Bhanumati's dream, drove us to dream big.
Attention versus distraction helps us to think where we hang back. In order to prove this, the alphabet game with addition of symbol numbers told us that the way we input anything is to be done with attention.
A masterpiece can be mastered step by step. Anything can be mastered step by step.
Friends, do you remember the game we played with the clay pot and colored balls? I think Himani has done a good hard work for this session. Okay, she is right. And also there is another thing which we learned from it. The game helped us to understand time management and also to know, which is very interesting, less essential.
Less interesting, very essential.
And gave us a thought to think over the right thing and right time management.
We are ready for this session too. Want to fly?
Fly we will.
With lots of excitement to learn and understand more.
Now we would like to invite Gopinath sir to take over the session.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
In a very short time, and you people responded also very well. And the two girls who came up to do the review, all through the review, I observed one thing. They were smiling. What does it show? It shows they were enthusiastic doing it. So when you are enthusiastic doing something, you don't have to force a smile, it just comes out of you like. And that enthusiasm is a very useful point in learning any subject. Friends, I think we should give a big round of applause to both the people, the girls who are there, up there. And equally to all the participants, you people did well. Okay, we'll start the session today. I'm going to use this as my remote. Let me see if it works for me. Yeah, it works. Yeah. So we'll start the session today. The first slide we'll be looking at is this, a very controversial topic, but let us get into it. And you all know, no, when you interact, you get chocolates also. I ask a question, you answer me, you get a chocolate. And you ask me a question also, you get a chocolate. Either way, you open your mouth and you get a chocolate, okay? And in the end, we get prizes also over there. So let's read what is written over there. Can all of us together read what is written here? Our life is our choice. Now, what does it mean? It means whatever life we are living today or we are going to live next 20 years, 15 years is our choice. Our life is our choice. First of all, I want to know with all of you, okay, we read it. I want to know from all of you, do you agree with this, our life is our choice? He says, yes, our life is our choice. But then she qualified it. How did she qualify it? She said, our life is our choice, but not always. Because sometimes we do actions and we do get results. But sometimes there can be external conditions which are beyond our control and which may shape the results in a different way. Is that what you said? Okay, a big round of applause to her. Okay. So our life is our choice, subject to conditions. Anybody else? What is your opinion? Do you agree with this? Do you partially agree with this? Do you disagree with this? Our life is our choice. Okay, first of all, let us do a starting point here. Our starting point is, we will agree our life is our choice. First, let us start here and let's discuss it. In mathematics, no, how do you arrive at a hypothesis? You agree on a statement and then you try to prove whether it's right or wrong using further equations. So here also we'll use the same system. First of all, we'll agree that our life is our choice. Okay, with little more loud voice, let us say our life is our choice. All of us together, our life is our choice. Now, all of us together, please, little more loudly. Our life is our choice. What does it mean? That means I am taking responsibility now. It is my responsibility. Suppose I say our life is not our choice, it is in the choice of God, it is in the choice of destiny, or it is in the choice of parents, or it is in the choice of government of India, let us say, then what have I done? I have put the blame on the others for what life I am living today or the life which I am going to live later on. So therefore, the first point we would like to understand is our life is our choice, irrespective of the circumstances. Let us say, for example, circumstance plays a role in our choice. So let us say external circumstances play a role in our life. Let us agree. Let's agree. But then what about the same circumstances? Some people are producing extraordinary results. I am repeating again. Watch me. Let us say external circumstances play a role in shaping our life. Let us say, agreed. But even within the same circumstances, people are producing different results. Some are doing extremely well. Some are struggling. Do you all agree with me? Yes or no? Little more loudly. Then what does it mean then? Then what does it mean? Okay, circumstances can trouble us or circumstances can help us, but still it is my choice to overcome that circumstance and achieve what I want. Otherwise, in tough circumstances, how do people do well? How do they do well? In the same circumstances, why others fail then? Others fail then. If circumstances were to play a role, then I think they will dominate. What these people did in tough circumstances, they put extra efforts and they still achieved their goal. In normal circumstances, they put normal efforts and they achieve the goal. That again leads us to the same point. Our life is our choice. So first of all, once again, with loud voice, let us agree, our life is our choice. All of us together, please. Our life is our choice. So okay, let's repeat again. Our life is our choice. So let's see. Graphically, we'll draw a graph and see, is our life is our choice. And let's go one by one. Let us say we are traveling this path. This arrow is our path now. Right now we are traveling here. Now there is a red point which is called as now. This red point is called as now. Now means now. Now. This position, dikshana, they call this now. It's now. Here you have a choice. You can take the path on the northern side, which is called path to excellence. All of us together, excellence. Little more loudly, excellence. Excellence. One path leading to excellence. There is another path which leads us down below. Let us say it is average. I am explaining again. Now, our life, we have two choices before us. One, taking us to excellence. Other, taking us to average. At this point, at that red dot, you have a choice. I have a choice. I am repeating again. At this point of dot, at the red dot over there, you have a choice. You can choose excellence in your life. You can choose an average in life or somewhere in between your life. I can also do that. My age is 60. Let's say your age is just 10 or 11 or 12 or whatever, 20, 16, 18. There are mixed people sitting over here, including teachers over there. But whatever is your age, at this point of time, you have a choice. From now onwards, you can lift your life up to excellence, or from now onwards, we may take another route. We can go to downward like average and all. So this choice is available with everybody. At every point of time, it is available. For example, we travel this point, and at some point of time, at that now, you want to change your path, you can still change. You can still change. And that is the beauty of life. You don't have to live the life given to you. No. I'm repeating again. You don't have to live the life given to you. No, not at all. You don't have to live. You can change. You can change. At the now, you exercise a choice to change the route, and then you change the route. Or you exercise a choice to continue the same route. Well, it's your choice. Well, it's my choice. And that choice, our life, is our choice. Particularly when you are in a 9th standard or 10th standard, you will find this dot all the more glaring before you. Now, at this point of time, you will have a choice. You can take a science stream. You can take an art stream. You can take, whatever. The choice is very clear as of now, like. And whatever choice you take now is going to create a life for next few years for you, like. And therefore, exercising the choice is what we're going to learn till now. Am I communicating with all of you? All of you understand what I'm talking about? Now you may ask me, how do we exercise this choice? Like, does animals also have this choice? No, they don't have. Why? Animals have what is called as conditioned mind. I'll repeat again. Animals, birds and all, they have got what is called as a conditioned mind. Whereas we human beings have got what is called as an unconditioned mind. We don't have mind which is conditioned. Let me explain this to you. And once I explain this example to you, any one of you will please help me understand the example, or you can give me an alternate example. Either way, it's okay. If you explain the same example to me, I'll give you 2 chocolates, whatever example I gave you. Or if you give me a different example, I'll give you 5 chocolates. Either way, okay. But the point has to be clear. Let's understand this. Animals have conditioned mind. We have got unconditioned mind. I'll give you an example. Suppose there's a cat sitting and a rat comes nearby. What it will do? It will just pounce. Simple. No thinking. No sort of analyzing. Today Ekadashi or Amavasya, whether it's good to eat. No. Breakfast over. Not only in India, worldwide cats behave like that only. In Australia also like that. In London also. Cultured cats, no? Excuse me, Mr. Rat, I am very hungry today. Please permit me to touch you. No way. Finished. The choice exercised. Conditioned mind. Not only in this country, everywhere in the world, they will behave the same way because their mind is conditioned. Can anybody give me the same example back? The cat rat example or any other example? Give me the example back. You get 2 chocolates. Give me another example of conditioned mind for the animals. 1 second. Can I have her to help me? Yes, ma'am. Please go ahead and help me. Yeah.
So firstly, I would just like to give a brief explanation about what I have understood from the given example.
Understood. Go ahead.
So I understood that animals are different from humans.
Correct.
We humans think about all the circumstances, what they have done to us,
Right.
what we have done to
Correct.
them. But cats just do, but animals do just they do whatever is inputted in their brain.
Very good.
In their brain.
Excellent.
Now, I want to give the example of a pet
Yeah.
and somebody else, its owner.
Right.
So a pet sees its owner after many days.
Right.
With thinking nothing, it just jumps on
Jumps,
him
yeah.
and licks him, everything it does.
Excellent. Excellent.
But we humans, if we visit somebody after many years, we think of something like whether they,
Will
what
receive it
good
well.
they have done to me, what bad they have done to me,
Excellent.
what we should do and what they should do. We think of
Excellent.
a lot of things. So this is the difference between
Masterpiece
them and
example.
us.
Masterpiece example. Can we give you 5 chocolates for her, please? Masterpiece example. That means, even though we have an unconditioned mind, many times we are responding as if we have got a conditioned mind. We are not using the power to choose. We are not using the power to analyze, think and all. We on the spot react, respond. Even though we got a conditioned mind, unconditioned mind, we are operating like this. And what is that condition called in English? Attitude. All of us together, please, a little more loudly. Attitude. You would have seen people with positive attitude respond in a particular way to an incident, whereas people with a negative attitude, they behave in a different way for the same incident. And that conditioning is called attitude. And I'm going to give you an example of how conditioned mind or unconditioned mind works for all of us. Like, this is a very funny example, humorous example. You know, in a school, they have a lot of competitions. Recently, you had a competition also, you had an annual day convention also. Friends, you may not be seeing me daily. You may not be seeing me daily. Maybe you saw me last time in July and now I'm here like. But I'm seeing you people almost daily. Really, I'm telling you. I'm seeing you people daily. Because daily some other post comes on Facebook and I'm following you. The amount of cultural activities you people do, the amount of academic excellence you people do, the way your NCC students fared in the shooting competition and all, I'm really following all of you, friends. And you people are marvelous, good people, great people, all of you. A big round of applause to all of you. In another school, not Rainbow School, some other school, okay? Some other school, there was an annual day and children were participating. And there was one competition called as pick and speak competition. Pick and speak competition. You know, you come to the stage, you pick up a chit from the bowl, whatever is written there, you speak about it for 2 minutes or so. There's one boy who is normally very silent in the class, not mixing with others, not taking part in any competition. That day in the pick and speak competition, the teacher pointed out to that person, said, you must come, pick and speak now. There was no choice for him. He came to the dais and he picked up the chit. Imagine what was written in the chit. The boy was a very lucky boy. You know what is written in the chit? Open choice. Meaning you can talk on any topic you want. Normally when you pick the choice, it talks about atomic science. You are forced to talk about atomic science. Something else is talk about PSLV 4. So you are supposed to talk about it. That means your choice is difficult. Here, the choice was open choice. Speak of anything which you like. 2 minutes to speak. The boy picked up the mic and spoke. He said, cows are beautiful animals. Because this boy had a cow in the house. He was so friendly with it. He used to graze it, he used to milk it, and it was quite a good pet. So he started, cows are beautiful animals. Cow gives milk. Cow has 4 legs. It has 1 tail. It has got 2 horns. And a brown and white cow is all the more beautiful. The teacher saw, come on man, what are you talking about cow? Stop now. Talk about Sachin Tendulkar. Sachin Tendulkar was a big cricketer. They play cricket in grounds. And the grounds are filled with grass. To eat the grass, cow will come. Cows are beautiful animals. Cow has got 4 legs, 1 tail, 2 horns. The teacher was aghast. Hey, come on, stop. What Sachin and what cow you are connecting? Talk about rockets. Rockets are beautiful machines. They go to moon. But in moon there are no cows. Cows are there on the earth. Cows are beautiful animals. Now do you understand the conditioned mind? We made it so conditioned so that it becomes easy for us. And if the conditions are positive, you're blessed. If the conditions are negative, every time you face examination, you're scared. Every time you have to shake hand with a new person, you're scared. Depends on what conditions we have made inside over here. Our life is our choice. We choose it. And from there we came to the point, our attitude. Why? Because she said, a pet animal behaves in such a fashion, whereas we have our choice, so we may or may not do like that. Same way. And we now talked about how a conditioned mind repeatedly, for that matter, you talk to him about any topic, I am sure the boy will come and conclude in the cow only. He was so much related to it. Now my question to all of you, have you ever heard of comparison between these two? Normally in many meetings, trainings or books you would have seen how both are together or different. There is something common between these two, the computer and the human being, or there is something different between the human beings and the computer. Compare and contrast. Now let me tell you what she was trying to say. Correct me if I am wrong. Okay, correct me. She's talking about human fatigue. Suppose I work for 2 hours, then I feel I need to relax. Whereas the computer works for 24 hours, it keeps working. There's no machine fatigue there. Whereas my mind can have a fatigue over there. So the difference between the computer is that, so it doesn't become tired, it doesn't become fatigue. Whereas we, after working for 2 hours or 3 hours, and particularly very concentrated work, probably we may become tired. Good comparison, good contrast. Yes, sir. Yeah. Now let me tell you what sir was telling. He was trying to say to us, correct me if I'm wrong, he was trying to say to us, even though we think the computer has got a lot of processing capacity, has got a lot of intelligence inside it, but still a computer was designed by a human being, therefore the human brain is supposed to be more powerful because he's a creator and it's only creation, therefore the creator has got more processing capacity than that. You were about to say something, did we take away the mic from you? Okay, so now coming back to this question over here, these two things are correct, whatever your comparison is right, but I'm going to go a little deeper into this we got a beautiful answers now let me go into the topic now. Why am I comparing computer and us? What is that we want to achieve? All of us understand, friends. Let us say the computer has got 2 important systems. One, the hardware, and the other one called software. Can I listen to all of you? What are the 2 major divisions over there? Hardware, all of us together please. Hardware and software. Hardware means the machine outside, whatever is visible to you there, they are all. Software means the program running inside. Now let us understand. Let us say there are 2 computers with the same capacity, but the programs inside are different. Don't you think the computers will give different outputs? I want yes or no from all of you. In hardware, both are same, but the program, I'll give you an example. Now this is a MacBook. Let's say I'm using a program called Keynote. And if this program is there, then I'm able to connect there and I'm able to show this. Suppose this program is not with me, the system is a superior system, but I will not be able to show this to all of you. Do you all agree with me? In that sense, all of you watch me. Don't write anything. Just watch me. Look at me. In that sense, human beings also have got two systems, the hardware and the software. I am repeating again, even in the human beings also, there are two parts. One, the hardware, meaning the body. The software, meaning our mind. Meaning our mind. Brain is a hardware. Remember that. Brain is a machine. The way it works is called mind. That is why when somebody is dull, you ask him, what's wrong with you? He says, no, I'm not in a good mood. My mind is not working well. He doesn't say, my brain is not well. The brain is pakka, like it's worked well. Hardware is okay, but the software is the problem. Oh, now we understand. Between you and I, in hardware, no big difference. No big difference in hardware, no. Maybe somebody 6 inch taller, somebody 6 inch shorter. Maybe somebody heavier by 5 kgs, lighter by 5 kgs. There's no big difference in the hardware, but the change is in the software. And the software gives you the results. In computer, we call it as outputs. Can I listen from all of you? Outputs. All of you together? And what is the output of your brain, of your mind? Can all of us together read what is written there? All of us together, please try. Very good. So it has a lot of output. The primary output is our thoughts. Anybody? In Hindi, what do we call thoughts? Hindi? Which are? Soch? Good. In Telugu? Alochana. Alochana. Chinta. Alochana. The primary output is the thoughts. And these thoughts are going to shape us in a very big way. If the thoughts are like this, then our actions are bound to be in a particular fashion. That means you don't like the result you are making. So what you should do? You should change the actions. Look at my body language. Look at the way I'm shifting. All of you watch me. Look at the way I'm moving. I'll be in the center now, so all of you can see me now. I don't like the results I'm producing. So then what should I do? I must change the actions. All of you agree with me? And if I have to change the actions, then I must change the thoughts. As simple as this. So if I change my thoughts, then I change the actions. And if I change the actions, then I produce a different results over there. So the entire topic about how do we program ourselves like. And why should we program ourselves like? In the computer, the programmer is different. The system is different. The system can only accept the program made by the programmer. It doesn't by itself create a program. Whereas in human being, we are the programmers. We program ourselves. Our entire output called thoughts come because the way we programmed ourselves. Example, sir. Example of programming, sir. Come, pick a chit, speak. Picked up the chit. Cows are beautiful animals. No, talk about Sachin Tendulkar. Program running now. Sachin Tendulkar, cricketer, grass, cow. The meaning, your primary output of your mind is thoughts. Suppose your thoughts, watch me all of you, are angry thoughts, then what's going to be your actions? Imagine. Suppose your thoughts are fearful thoughts, then what is going to be your actions? Suppose your thoughts are motivating thoughts, then what's going to be your actions like? Suppose your thoughts are doubtful thoughts, what type of actions? That means our actions are directly linked to the thoughts, and the thoughts are creating actions, and actions are producing results. Can I have all of you to read what is written here, please? That means if I want to change my results, then I have to change my actions, my thought. All of you are good in algebra. I want you to tell me if this formula is okay. I want to say, is this equation time tested? Is it a correct equation? Or is there anything wrong in this equation? Is it a truthful equation or is it a false equation? A is equal to B, and in the same situation, B is equal to C and C is equal to D. That means by default, we should agree D will be equal to A. I want a confirmation from all of you. Algebraically, is this equation a correct equation or is it an incorrect equation? Correct equation. Very good. So now, look at this. Can you start writing notes on this equation? So we'll start working on this equation today. Like, we got some work to do based on this. So this equation, let's write. T means thoughts, A means actions. From there we'll start. So the same formula, A is equal to B, B is equal to C, C is equal to D, therefore D is equal to A. So let's work on the same formula here. T means thoughts, A means actions, R means results. So let's work out on the same formula now. T means thoughts, A means actions, R means results. So the earlier equation which you saw, let us test it here now. T means what in this equation? What is the meaning of T? All of us together, please. A means what? So what is the formula? Your thoughts is equal to the actions, or actions equal to thoughts. What is the next one? A means actions, R means results. Okay? Now tell me the next formula. A is equal to R. What does it mean? All of you together? Very good. R means results. L means life. I am repeating again. R means results. L means life. L means life. Life, zindagi, your life. Me, jivana. That's your life. You are made all your results only producing your life. Like, so R is equal to L. For example, you scored so much in 8th standard. You scored so much in 6th standard. You scored so much goals over there in the mathematics, in your football. Your life is nothing but a combination of all your results which you achieved over there. So R is equal to L. All of us together, what is R? R. What is L? Then what is the formula now? All of you together on the down below. What is the formula? What is L? What is T? Oh. So your life is equal to your thoughts. So what type of thoughts are you producing over there? And that is going to create the entire life for all of you. So therefore be careful. What are you thinking like? What are you thinking like? Now let's play a small game to understand this. And I need 2 volunteers, one from that side, one from this side, to play this game. To play this game. Ma'am is here. One of you can, it's a game which you play here. And the game will be live telecast on the screen so that all of you will be able to see the way they play the game. Yeah. I mean, it's just a game, friends. Nothing to be worried about. Like, there's no stakes involved. I'll take you. If I'll see if I get nobody else to play, then I'll invite you. No, I would like you to play, but let me see if somebody else is also willing. It's a very simple game. It's a very simple game. I'll just show you the game. So I think that may motivate you to come. Now there is a piece of paper here. It will be kept on this teapot. And all that you need to do, use this plum and follow my instruction. You got to do nothing else. You just have to follow my instructions. Sir has come forward. Just stand on the other side. Watch me. First of all, I'll be instructing them only. You all will follow what they are doing. What they are supposed to do, let me explain this to you. Give me this point. Watch me do this, and then you can continue. I'm going to hold it onto the center. Right on the center. Very close to the center, and I pick it up somewhere over here. The moment I say, start thinking that this plum is rotating around the circle, on the circumference of the circle, you don't have to move it, you have to only think. I am repeating again, you don't have to move it. You have to only think that it is rotating across the circle. After a point, I'll say, now start thinking the plum is moving on the chord AB, and you will watch, after a few seconds, the chord will move AB. Then I'll say, move it CD, and you will see the chord will move CD. You don't have to do anything. All that you need to do is to think. All of you understand the game? Say yes or no. You understand the game. Hold this in such a way so that it will be able to rotate. Hold it on this side. And when I say start thinking, you will start thinking on it. You will just start thinking on it. Don't have to move it. Just think about it. And let's see, does it obey you or not? Bigger round. It's starting a small round. Now it will take slowly a bigger round and start almost matching the entire circumference of the circle over there. If you want, you can come a little more closer. I think it's taking a little more time for you. Okay. Now start thinking it is moving in a circle. It's moving in a circle around the round. So initially a small round it starts, then it slowly it becomes a bigger round and it goes around a bigger round. Now, is it matching the circumference? Are you able to see the plumb is moving around the circle, little bit closer to the end of the circle? Say yes or no. All of you watching it? Okay. Now, alternate command for you. Now, alternate command. Start thinking the plumb is moving AB chord, on the chord AB. Don't move it. Just think. Just think. Both of you just start thinking that it is moving on AB chord. Is it responding, my dear? All of you please say, they are playing there. Is it responding? Now another challenge for these people now. Now start thinking it is moving CD. It is moving on the chord CD. Is it shifting direction? Ma'am, is it shifting direction? Ma'am, can you try EF now? Sir, can you try EF now? Is it shifting? Is it shifting? EF. EF is the center diameter. EF is vertical. Maybe you are having the effect of wind playing on you. For her, the wind is little less. Okay. Okay, friends, I think we'll give a big round of applause to the volunteers. Then, anybody would like to play the game? Available for you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. But on this side, I was able to see that there was no distraction of the wind. Ma'am, I want to ask you, when I asked you to think the plumb is moving across the circumference, you started thinking. Initially, it moved slowly, not exactly in circle, haphazard. And after a few seconds, it went along the circumference. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Then I asked you to change to CD. Did it change?
Yes.
EF also?
Yes.
Very good. Once again, a big round of applause to the volunteer. What happened? What did you learn from this experiment? Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Now, you want to say something? Please go ahead. Yeah, I'll be happy.
Our thoughts affect our actions.
Yes, ma'am. Whether you want it or not, whether you want it wishfully or not, it has an effect. Your thought creates an action. Well done. Let's give you an example of an examination. Okay? Let's say I'm facing an examination today. Maybe a class test, maybe a final test, whatever it be. Watch me, all of you. My thoughts. Watch me, don't write anything. My thoughts. Don't know what's going to happen today. Maybe the examination may be tough. The plumb starts moving. Your hands write faster, slower, stagnates. Automatically it happens. Because the thought you produced create an action. Now I want to do this little more with all of you. Like, can we do a little more example? I want to ask all of you, have you ever seen a puppet show? Have you? Yes or no? Let me do one thing for you. I'll show you a puppet show right away. For some of the people who had never seen it, see this.
अंजन की सीटी में मारो मनी डोले अंजन की सीटी में मारो मनी डोले चला चला रे डलेवर गाड़ी होले होल.
Now that is a puppet show done by Indian Railways, creating awareness of keeping the coaches clean. It's a big puppet show which they did to bring about awareness. How should we keep our coaches clean over there? But you saw the puppet show now here over there. There was a doll, and the doll was moving. And the doll was dancing exactly to the tune and to the lyrics, suitable to the lyrics. All of you agree with me? I want yes or no from all of you, please. Good. My question to all of you, is the doll having life? Then how did it move? There were thoughts. But then something beyond that, how did this doll on this side, how did it move? How did it move? Yes, sir? 1 second, sir is saying, I'll come to you. Sir, please go ahead. There's a person behind the screen, and how does he control it? He is using strings. There are strings tied to the hands and the legs, and as he pulls the string is invisible to you because the string is of the same color. Here, of course, it's visible, but in normal puppet show, the background screen and the string will be the same color. So you'll not be able to see the string. They'll just pull it. Have you not seen some of the heroes fighting who do a somersault in the air, and you think they are really doing it? No, there is a string attached. But the string is having the same color of the background, so that the string is not visible. And sometimes you use the computer program to erase the string from the entire screen. So it is a string which is controlling. If the string is pulled, it acts, it moves. And the same way, all your body parts are tied to your brain. All your body parts are tied to the brain, and this is the picture. This is a picture of all of you. There's a brain, and there's a parts of your body. Your fingers, your toes, everything, including your lungs and kidneys, everything is connected to your brain. And that string is what is called as, can I borrow what you said? You used the word neural network. Who used that word? It is called neuroconnections. Your brain is connecting to the parts of the body through using neuroconnections. Look at this. If this shakes, then this particular part shakes. Otherwise, that other particular part shakes. That means all your actions are controlled by your brain through your neural connections. Now the question is, why should I learn this topic? I should learn mathematics. I should learn maybe science, physics, chemistry. This is not a part of my examination syllabus at all. Then why should I learn it? What relevance has it got? Yes, sir, please go ahead.
So it motivates us to prepare for the exams, sir.
Excellent. It motivates us. Not only motivates us, it teaches us the technology of facing the exam. It tells us how do we really face an exam, how do you face an interview. Very good. A big round of applause to sir. Can anybody give him chocolates, please, ma'am? Yeah. It teaches you how do you really face your exams. Even before exams, how do you really prepare for studies? Sometimes you are very willingly studying. Sometimes you yourself are finding today you are not in a mood to study. You are the same person. Sometimes you are concentrating in studies. Sometimes you are not concentrating on studies. Sometimes you are sitting in the classroom physically, but you are not there. Then you are scolding yourself. Why am I not here? I am missing my class. And you drag yourself back. So let's understand, how does it happen? And how do you and I control ourselves like? And if I know how to control this, then exams is child play for me. Interviews are child play for me. The main control is, how do I operate my mind? And to answer this question, these things are called neuroconnections. If you look at your brain much more deeply using a microscope or a very powerful microscope, the brain is having these connections. These are called neuroconnections. I'm going to explain this to you in detail. There is a node here, N-O-D-E, which is called neuron. And there's another neuron. Both these neurons, they connect to each other. That means they will talk to each other. And the way they talk, you will be acting. Now for simple purpose, can you quickly draw this picture in your notebook? Very quickly draw this picture in your notebook. In a rough way you draw it. Then we'll understand how at times we are motivated, how at times we are demotivated, and how do we really act or how do we don't act. Just draw this picture very quickly in your notebook. Quickly draw this picture. If you're done, put up your hand. Done, then I can go with my topic then. Done. Okay. A few of them have done. If I get a few more hands up, then I will go ahead with my presentation. Done. I think a majority of them have put up your hands. Now, let me show you a video. And this video was shot by a great psychologist called Professor Dan Brown. Dan Brown is attached to Stanford University. He and his team put up an electronic microscope inside us. And they gave stimulus and they graphed what is happening inside. You've heard of fMR scanning? Magnetic resonance scanning, somebody not well neurologically put into a big tube-like thing, they go inside. Magnetic resonance scanning. And these people used what is called as a fast magnetic resonance scanning. And see this. Look at the video. If you miss even for a second, microsecond, you will miss the action happening there. All of us get glued to the screen. In a flash of a second, you'll miss the action, what's happening over there. This is a real live video of what is happening in the human brain, how the connections are made. And this video was made by Dr. Dan Brown and his team. So let's watch here. Did you see? There were two separate neuron connections. They were not connected at all. At one point of time, they connected each other. I'm going to replay again for the people who have missed it first time. So here we go. Watch this carefully now. Saw that? What an effort these people have done. How many years of research they should have done to get this picture out. A real live video. First of all, a big round of applause to Dr. Dan Brown and to all his friends. What does it show you? For example, you're writing exams with your hands, right? You're facing interview with your mouth. Many you have to answer that. And these are all connected here. If the right connection is there, you give the perfect answer over there. If the connection is weak, you don't give the perfect answer. You know the answer, your hand is not writing. Or it's writing slower over there. Sometimes somebody goes to the new, examination center, look at the question paper, suddenly goes blank. Nothing is visible. Neuroconnections. And if you and I are able to achieve the correct neuroconnections, then all our actions are according to our wishes. Otherwise, whatever connections are made, we'll hear. Watch me, all of you. You saw the puppet show, right? By mistake, I want an answer from all of you. By mistake, the puppeteer, when he was connecting the strings, he connected the leg string instead of the hand string. And if he pulls the string, the hands will not be moving, the legs will be moving. Or if he pulls it slow, it will move slowly. The problem is with the connection. I'm repeating again. The electrician, after doing all the testing, he says, no, bulb is okay. The problem is with the connection. So then what do? You tell him, okay, do a new connection now. Give me another connection now. That means your body is okay, your brain is okay, you're doing perfectly well in other activities. If in this particular activity you are not doing well, the problem is not with the bulb, the problem is with the connection. So what should we do? We should do a new connection. Now the electrician says, watch me, all of you. Okay, then dig open all the wire and do a new wiring. The electrician says, why, sir? Why dig open? You want the bulb to burn, right? I'll give you a new connection. The bulb will work. And how do we create the new connection? Look at the screen, all of you. And I want all of you to read this answer. How do we give a new connection? All of you, please read out. Little more loud. Dan Brown and all the team members prove every time you think something new, a new connection is made. What did the electrician say? Bulb is okay, the connection is the problem. Then what did you say? You say, okay, dig out the entire connection. He said, don't worry, I can give you a new connection. Your problem is with the bulb. You want the bulb to glow, I'll give it. That means what you need to do, you need to change your thought. The moment you change your thought, a new connection is set up over there. Can we all learn now? How do we change our thoughts? Are you all ready now? How do we change our thoughts? Our thoughts are going in the same way again and again. So can we change our thoughts? Yes, we can change. So we will all learn how do we change the thought. But before that, let us quickly summarize what happened till now. Where did we start today? We started saying our life is our choice. Can I hear once again from all of you? Our life is our choice. We also say now, this side, that side. After that, this side, that side. Every now, you have a choice and you can operate your choice. We also then understood how do we make the choice, how this choice is affected over there. There is a system, it has got a hardware, software. We have a hardware and we have a mind, which is a software. And mind's only job is to produce thoughts primarily. And the thoughts create your actions, actions produce results, results produce your life. And you played the game also here to see how the puppet show is exactly happening. Your mind thinks something and your body reacts to it. Now the question is, how do we change the thoughts? Now this picture is familiar to all of you. Yes or no? You just now saw this picture. What did you understand in this picture? We all agreed in the hardware, there is no big difference. Maybe 6 inch taller, 6 inch shorter, maybe 5 kilograms heavier, 5 grams lighter. Otherwise, no difference. The difference is in the program. So how do we change the program? How do you change the program? In any machine, how do you change the program? in any computer, in any laptop, you want to upload a new program or you want to delete an existing program. I'm asking all of you, in your laptop, you have a program, you want to delete it. Athwa, you want to upload another program. How do you do it? All of you watch me very carefully. A program can be uploaded, deleted or modified only through the input systems. I'm going to repeat this and I want all of you to loudly repeat what I'm saying now. I'm repeat again. In any system, a program can be uploaded, deleted or modified only through the input systems. Can I hear from all of you? I repeat again. In any system, a program can be uploaded, deleted or modified only through input systems. All of us together, please repeat it. Now, all of you together have to speak, not one or two people. All of you please together speak. A program can be uploaded, deleted or modified only through the input system. I'll give an example. There is a keyboard where the programmer takes step in tapa, 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 and program created. Athwa, you go to internet and download a program. You use an input device called as the router there. Or you use a CD player, put a CD inside and the program in the CD came through your CD reader. That means in any programmer, in any system, either to upload a program or to delete a program or to modify a program, you should use the input devices. Only through input devices you can change. Now what is the input devices for this person like? Look at the screen all of you. Read out what is the input devices for these people. Next. That's it. You have other input devices also. Kinesthetic, where you can touch and feel. Olfactory, where you can smell. Gustatory, where you are able to eat something, when you taste everything. They are all other devices. But majority time, you are using this to input yourself, your input. Okay. You all are good people in computer. You know what is called a GIGO? Garbage in, garbage out. That means if you put in wrong inputs inside, what the bichara program will do? And in case you saw the program is not working effectively, you need to delete it, or you need to change it. How do you do it? Using your input devices only. If you repeatedly keep on seeing that YouTube videos which are demotivating, example, I'm giving you an example, slowly, steadily, that program gets uploaded inside. We lose confidence in our life. Everything is like this, upset over there. Suppose we change the input, meaning you start seeing motivating videos, inspiring videos, you listen to inspiring stories, then you give a new input to your brain and the brain starts creating a new program and the new program starts giving you output, all of you. Am I communicating with all of you? Did I properly communicate? I want yes or no from all of you. Can I tell you a story which will be very effective to reprogram yourself in case you find your confidence levels are low for some reason? So can I tell you a story now? The story is about resilience. Now what is resilience? What is this? A very important quality called resilience. Any guess? What is the meaning of resilience in English? What is this quality in human being called resilience? Yes, I'm listening. Yes, sir, please go ahead. Tell me. Yeah, try it out, no problem. Excellent. Perfect answer. The ability to bounce back from difficulties after falling down. I think we should give a big round of applause to this person. Excellent. Perfect answer. Can we pass on chocolates to him, please? Yeah. I'm repeating again. The ability to bounce back after falling down. In a boxing bout, somebody is knocked down, they fall down, and the count starts 1 to 10. But in the 5th count, he comes back again. That means he's back into the game. Now that quality in human being is called resilience. There may be weekly tests, they can be daily tests, they can be monthly tests. And one or tests may give me a poor result. Now my mind is affected by the poor result. Can I bounce back? Come to my original form? Yes, possible. And I'm going to share a story with all of you. First of all, I want to know from you, do you identify this person? Do you know him? Vishwanath Anand, you're right. And who is the latest chess champion from India? Pragyananda, you're right. Very short, he may be receiving Arjuna award also. A big round of applause to that boy, my dear friends. Very young in age, doing extremely well. World Championship. And I'm going to share a story from Mr. Vishwanathan Anand's life. 2010, Vishwanathan Anand is fighting to retain his crown. 2009, he is the world champion. 2010, he is fighting to retain his crown. And this time his opponent is called Topalov, who is world seeding bigger than Vishwanathan Anand. And Vishwanathan Anand is staying in Europe, and he has to travel from Frankfurt airport to a place called Sofia in Bulgaria. Remember, this geography is going to be very important for all of us. Very important. Vishwanathan Anand, his wife, and the entire team, managers and all, they come to Frankfurt airport and they are about to board the flight. About to board the flight. And suddenly, there's an announcement. All flights from Frankfurt airport has been cancelled because there has been a volcanic burst in Iceland and the cloud ashes are spread all over. So we do not know when the air services will be resumed. The entire team is waiting here. The World Championship is already started in Sofia, and Vishwanathan Anand should go before the final event. So they frantically call the organizers. This is happening. Can you postpone the event? The organizer says, no. You don't report on time, you're given a walkover to your opponent. There's no way we can postpone it. How far it is? Look at the graph, map. They are here in Frankfurt. They have to reach Sofia, 5 countries away, no flights. Vishwanathan's wife, she calls various travel agencies and they take a cab. They take this van. And how long? Can anybody please read out with me? Read out what is written there in the box over there. This is what is staring them. They have to cross 5 countries' borders. And the rains were so battering there. The roads were so bad. So bad. And Vishwanathan Anand, you know the level of life he lives. Would not be used to travel this like this. Always traveling business class, first class in airplane. But they decided, we'll do it. 11 a.m., 18th April, they set off in this van. In fact, they were staying in the airport overnight from 17th April. Overnight they stayed in the lounge. Next day took a car and they started traveling. And when they came, they took a route. This route, because here Indian visa is allowed, Indian passport is allowed without any entry visa. They took that route. It's a longer route. When they came to Budapest, watch me very carefully. When they came to Budapest, they were on a highway and they see 10 kilometers of trucks piled up before them. 10 kilometers of trucks piled up. When it will clear, and when they have to reach the championship is on 20th April, the next day. How to reach? Already they have spent one night in the car. The driver of Vishwanathan Anand cab, he got down, ran the 10 kilometer. He saw there is a security post, army security post, which is checking these vehicles, and that is why the pileup has happened. So he requests, Vishwanathan Anand is in the car. We are going to the meeting, we are just championship. Please allow us to pass through. And the guard says, yes, I will allow on one condition. Tell me, I must take a photograph with Vishwanathan Anand. A big round of applause to that guard. The colonel came, the military colonel came in his own jeep and they escorted Vishwanathan Anand across the lineup over there. After they came to very close. They came very close to Serbia, and there's a place called Timisoara. Here, there was a breakdown in the bridge. That means they have to travel by boat. Across the river is almost a 1 kilometer spread. How to travel now? They took a boat. What about the car? How to travel take this car? So they arranged a separate ferry for the car. So they reach there, wait for the car to come on the ferry, and then they travel. Very, very close to Sofia, just about a few minutes before Sofia, the person was overspeeding and the traffic police stopped him for overspeeding. And you know, it's not like that in India, like you just excuse and go away. What to do now? It's almost 5 o'clock now. 8 o'clock the match is starting. Morning time. Traveling all the 40 hours. So he requests, Vishwanath is in the car. We are trying to make it to the championship. Please allow us. He says, we'll allow you to go. Normally we'll seize the vehicle, but we'll allow the vehicle to go, provided you will pay a fine of 200 euros. Not euros in those days, in that country currency. 200 euros, equal to 200 euros. And they pay the fine, and they come at 5:30 a.m. to the hotel. 8 o'clock the championship starts. 8 o'clock the championship even starts with Tapalo, the final game, the final match. Look at the score here. You will be amazed. There are 12 matches to be played, 12 games to be played, 12 games to be played, 12 games to be played. A game of about 14 hours continuously playing with a few breaks in between. The first match, Vishwanath loses. The first game he loses 0-1. And in the 12th game, he wins, scoring 6, opponent 5.5, Tapalo, and Vishwanath becomes the world champion again in 2020. Is it possible? Is it possible for all of us to kindly stand up and give a standing ovation? What an effort! What an effort! What an effort! What an amount of work these people have done to bring the flag, bring our national flag pride. Bring an applause. Sit down. Sit down. Now, why did I ask you to do this? Why? Why did I ask you to do this? All of you watch me. Don't write anything. Watch me. How do we upload a program in this brain? How do we delete the program in this brain? How do we reinstall a program? How do we modify it? Through input devices. What are the input devices? Your eyes, your ears. The more such stories you hear, you're reprogramming yourself. You now understand the quality called resilience. You now understand. Without the story, you only know the meaning of resilience, but now you know better about it. And if you can really go ahead and do it again and again, your mind becomes so strong in programming, come what may, will change. Sometimes sometimes the government changes syllabuses. I want yes or no from all of you. Sometimes they change the examination pattern. Sometimes they say this, and they say it 6 months before or 1 year before. Sometimes GATE format changes, sometimes NEET format changes, sometimes NEET comes inside, sometimes so many things happens. When you have got resilience in you, you know what we will say. All of you watch me. You know what you will say? You will say to Government of India, Government of India, do whatever you want. Education Department, do whatever you want. I am repeating again. Government of India, do whatever you want. Government of Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, do whatever you want. Ministry of Education, do whatever you want. You cannot stop me from becoming a doctor. You cannot stop me. You can make it difficult for me. I am repeating again. I am repeating again. Do whatever you people want to. You cannot stop me from becoming the engineer which I want to become. You can't stop me from becoming the scientist I want to become. You cannot stop me. At the most, you can make things difficult for me. Beyond that, you can do nothing. You do nothing. Because when I joined Rainbow School, when I started studying for my doctorates and all, I didn't join based on confidence in all of you. I joined in confidence in me. I joined this. And that is still there. I will fight it out. When you have this quality inside you, you don't get perturbed. And I'm not asking changes should come, but it comes. But then how do we react to it? How do we respond to it? And this resilience. Want one more story of resilience? Yes or no? Primary school teachers, how do they teach? They write on the whiteboard and the children write. They scribble something, they teach, the people come to the board and write. That's how a primary school teacher teaches. LKG, UKG, kindergarten and all, 1st standard, 5th standard. Maybe the higher order classes are different, but at the lower order class it is like this. There's a teacher in Jharkhand. Now this teacher does not have both the arms. She doesn't have arms. She writes on the birth, she doesn't have. She's a primary school teacher. Then how does she teach? Something is visible to all of you. Now I don't understand. I want anybody to tell me what is it that you're seeing on the screen. I just want an explanation. Yes, sir. Yes, anybody can tell me. Ma'am, anybody can tell me. What is it you're seeing there? Aapko kya dikh raha? Friends, I think once again
Much
we'll
taller
stand
than
up
her, sir.
to give a big round of applause to this lady, man. What is she doing? Amazing, these people. What are these people doing? Excellent, man. Please be seated. Please be seated. When you listen to these stories, when you see these videos, what have you done? You have given different input to your input device. I am repeating again. When you listen to these stories, when you see these stories, when you watch these movies, you have given a different input to your system. And that input will change the program already running inside. Or it will become stronger, the program will become stronger. Otherwise, by default, the world is bent upon creating negativity. I'm repeating again, in the world, negativity will be much more dominant. You look at a newspaper, you look at a TV media, lots of failures, robberies are reported over there. Your mind is intaking all that. In fact, you need to reprogram yourself. One more story I would like to share with you. The name of this lady is called K. Suguna. She is a teacher in Mahindra Global School. Mahindra Global School, you know, one of the good types of schools in this country, maybe like Rainbow School, or maybe less than that, somewhere on that range, Mahindra Global School. She's a teacher there. K. Suguna is a born blind person, visually challenged 100%. She was born to the parents who are agricultural laborers. They live the life by helping laying the road in construction labor. That is they are the parents of this lady, K. Suguna. But they didn't give up. They put the child in a government school which supports educating blind children over there. She did her +2 through the blind school. She married a person who is another blind person, and he is not so educated. Both the people don't get any job. So what do? In the local trains, they are selling peanuts. Have you ever seen local trains? If you go to Mumbai, Chennai and all, you will have some, even Nellore, I think. Nellore, Chennai also know there is a local train, electric train going, EMU as they call. These people are vendors carrying basket, peanuts, calendars. That is what they sell. And K. Suguna has got 2 daughters. She put both the daughters in a government school. She was teaching Tamil to the child in the train during selling peanuts. All of you understand the story now? I want yes or no from all of you. Am I communicating properly? And she was teaching. She was teaching Tamil to the child. And the child was doing a 7th standard. There was a headmaster of Mahindra Global School traveling in the same train. So he asked, "Ma'am, you seem to be educated. You seem to teach her so well." She says, "Yes, sir. I've done my +2 in regular stream and I've given my graduation Tamil literature. 3rd year I've already completed. I'm waiting for the results." And the headmaster says, "Come to my school. We would like to offer you a job." And she goes there and she becomes a Tamil teacher. In the interview, the principal asks, "How will you teach children? You don't know one letter of English. In our school, people speak only English. How will you teach?" She says, "I can learn Tamil. I can learn English also. I learned this." And that is how she became a teacher. After becoming a teacher in Mahindra School, she completed her post-graduation MA Tamil Literature. Now, she has completed her PhD in Tamil Literature and she has been offered a job in Presidency College as a lecturer. This time, I'm not going to ask you to stand up and clap. I'm not going to ask you, but your choice. But the point what I'm trying to say is that you have seen people all around, how they worked over here. Thank you, friends. Final story today, and then we complete. We now understand thoughts or the outputs. And what do you understand from thoughts? All of you watch me. Whenever you remember this. You think and it moves. You think and it moves. Neuro connections inside. Connections are made. For every new thought, a new connection is made. Ma'am, I asked you only one thing. Yeah, she's here. I asked you only one thing. Please be seated, ma'am. I was asking you only one thing. Think it is moving. And your neuro connection made a new connection. And it connected your body, hands, everything, fingers and all. It gave enough pressure on the string to that extent that it started moving circle. Who came here to do the experiment? Yeah. When I asked you, think it is moving AB, you started thinking it's moving AB. A new connection was made. The pressure on your fingers changed. From a circular movement, it came into a diagonal movement. Thank you. Thank you. It moved diagonally. How are you going to write your exams? How are you going to face your interviews? How are you going to read books? How are you going to memorize? All covered by your neuro connections. What did the electrician say? Bulb is okay. Thank you, sir. Please be seated. Only the connection is weak. I'll give you another connection. By making a new thought, you create. How do you produce a new thought? We agreed. The program is producing thoughts. How to delete a program? How to upload a program? How do you do it? Using your input devices. You see and hear. Today I showed you 3 stories. Vishwanath Anand, Basanti and Mrs. Sugna. Now these 3 stories, when it goes inside, it's creating another program for inside us. And the name of the program is called Resilience. Face everything over there. The neurological connections are such. The moment I touch the book and I read the first 2 lines, sleep comes inside. That are the connections there. Now I need to change the connection now. What do? If I get motivated, then probably I will read it further. Where does motivation come from? Where does motivation come from? I will come to this slide again. I want you to write this triangle. This is the final triangle for the day today. And this is the crux of what we learned today. The essence of whatever we learned today is in this triangle. What really motivates human being? Before I go forward, what is the meaning of motivation, friends? I keep using this word so often. But can somebody explain to me a motivation kya cheez hai? Yes, ma'am. Anybody can try? Yeah, 1 second, ma'am. I'll come to her. Yes, ma'am. Please go ahead, ma'am. Please go ahead. What is the meaning of motivation? We often hear it, no?
So motivation is something that pushes us in the life to do something.
Excellent. 1 second, a big round of applause, ma'am. You are very correct. You are all precise on the dot. Motive, which puts you in motion. Like in any CID, CBI cases, also first they are. What is the motive behind this? So motivation is the thought which is going to push you into action. Push you into action. Motivation. What motivates human being? To start with, what motivates human being is this, my dear friends. Survival. There's a first level of motivation for people. People will do anything to survive in their world, in this world. Like survival. Survival is a big cause for motivation. After some time, this does not motivate. People would look for this. Now they get motivated by comforts. I must have a car now. Moving bicycle is difficult for me. Now they are motivated. Okay, you study well, you will buy a car. People will do that because it motivates them. Comfort is motivating them. Survival. You don't read well, you will not survive in this world. So that also motivates people. Like, but after that, comforts motivate people. Having a big house, having a big car and other things over there, very comfortable life, very air-conditioned bedrooms and all, like, it motivates people. But the next level of motivation is very powerful. That is called as esteem motivation. Sir, I should become number 1 in my class. People should do Wawa, JJ Kara. Have you seen Bahubali movie? And when that Amrendra Bahubali, that's his name, right? When he comes to take his oath, what happens? There's a big vibration all around. I want that, sir. When I come to the dais, I want people to clap like that for me. That motivates people. Esteem. I want to be important. I want to be recognized. I want to be acknowledged. That motivates people. Are you all following me? What is the first level of motivation? Second level of motivation? Third level of motivation? And now, the peak of the motivation comes from this. Purpose. That is a superior level of motivation in this world. A purpose, uddesh, hetu, Now that superior level of motivation comes from that. And at that level, survival does not matter. Comfort does not matter. I am living for a purpose. And I want to achieve this purpose. Now I'm going to give you something else now. I use the power called imagination. I also mentioned to you the power of self-talk. I'm going to connect this. When I ask students, why are you studying? When I ask some students, plus 2 level, why did you select science stream? I ask some engineers, why are you studying engineering? Many times, blank answers. Sir, I did this, I scored, I got Anna University, I joined. But what do you want to become in life? So, engineer, so I get a good job in maybe Microsoft, Oracle, maybe. Look at the pyramid. This motivation is only at the second level. All of you understand what I'm talking about? Getting a job in Microsoft, getting a job in Google, getting a job in Apple. And I would like to become an engineer to become that, so that I'll have a big life and all like. Or maybe even esteem level. But if you understand the purpose, then things are going to be different. The motivation comes from the purpose is extraordinary. I'm going to show a video clipping for all of you. Initially, you will not hear, you will not see the person who is speaking. You will only hear the voice. But I want all of you, after hearing the voice, to tell me who is the speaker. After some time, you will see him also. But initially, you will not hear. You will not see. You will only hear the voice. One person is a student. She is going to ask the question. But now, there's another person who is speaking. So let's listen to that.
Last good question you are going to ask here. What class you are studying?
Ninth, sir.
Ninth.
Yeah.
What's your dream?
My dream is to become an IFS officer.
IAS officer.
IFS.
IFS. Tell me, as IFS officer, what is your mission? What you want to achieve?
So I want to represent my country, and I would like to show them, like people say US is great, Australia is great, London, UK is great. So I want to tell them that India has something. All these countries are...
Beautiful, beautiful mission. What is the...
That's the end of the clipping. First of all, you tell me who was the speaker? Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. And what did the girl ask? She wanted to ask a question. So before that, Dr. Kalam asked, what is that you want to become? Even before she raised the question, he asked, what is that you want to become? And she says, I want to become an IFS officer, Indian Foreign Services. So Dr. Kalam asked, IAS? No, IFS, Indian Foreign Service. Tell me, what is that you want to do after becoming IFS? She says, sir, today all countries are boasting. UK has got this, or Britain has got this, or US has got this. Sir, we are nowhere little. We got so much to showcase to this world, and I want to become an IFS officer so that I can showcase the power of India to the world. A big round of applause to this girl. Not enough. A real loud applause for her. What would you like to become in life? What would you like to become in life? Engineer, doctor, scientist? Then what? For what purpose? Now, her purpose is so strong. Doesn't need any external motivation at all. When people are motivated, they don't do hard work. I am repeating again. Watch my words very carefully. When people are motivated, they don't work hard. Then what do? They happily work hard. I am repeating again. People who are at the supreme motivation level, they don't do hard work. So what do? They happily work hard. Meaning they don't even think they are working hard. In fact, others will say, Thoda rest le lo na beta. You've been working so hard. No, mama, I'm not. I'm quite happy. I don't feel tired. They do work hard, but they don't feel that they are working hard at all, because the motivation keeps them going and going and going up and up like that. And that motivation comes from a purpose. So let me go forward with my power of imagination with all of you. You think that you want to become a doctor, so my question to all of you, start imagining the purpose of it. Watch me, all of you, and I'm going to give you something else here. There's going to be a drama here now. Some of you would prefer to take the medical stream. Some of you may prefer to take the engineering stream, or maybe, I don't know, maybe accountancy stream, whatever you feel like. Now start understanding, when you become a very powerful accountant, what will you do? When you become a very powerful scientist, what you'll do? When you become a very powerful surgeon, what you will do? Look at me, friends. Don't write anything. I'm going to take you on a journey now. All of you. Nobody should be here. All of you should travel along with me mentally. You became a successful doctor. You finished your masters in surgeries, like you're the most sought after cardiac surgeon. Your age is 40, you're less than 40. You have a family. And you're much in demand. You do back-to-back surgeries every day. 5-6 surgeries. People want to see you. And your secretary gives an appointment. Doctor can see you 6 months from now. Oh my God, I'm having a cardiac arrest. Take some normal treatment. But if you want this doctor, you have to wait for 6 months. Imagine the importance you have in the society. And suddenly there's a call from the hospital. They say, there's an emergency case. Not a very rich person, poor person, but almost dying. Doctor, you will have to operate upon him. And you come there with all the green apron and all those masks over there. You rush into the surgery room. The lights are on. All people around helping you. You grab for the scissors. You grab for this cutting knife. Struggle for 3 hours. Transplant a heart with another heart over there. And after 6 hours, you come out tired. And the entire family of that poor man falls at your feet and says, Aap hamara Bhagwan ho. You are our God. How will you feel? How will you feel? If you want to become a doctor, become for that reason. And when you start studying, imagine that day. How useful you will be to the society. How much change you will bring about in the world. How many lives you will save. You can even imagine being a pilot. Start thinking. You can become an auditor. Start thinking. And the moment you attach to a strong purpose, friends, you will be putting in hard work, but you will not think at all that you're putting hard work. You will happily work hard. Am I communicating with all of you, my dear friends? Right now, I'm not talking all of you, but some of you are very short-sighted. What do you mean, sir? I don't know about future, sir. 10th standard, I must get EPT plus. So you're looking only this far, not beyond that. Did I make sense? Did I say something truthful to all of you? I want a yes or no from all of you. There are some people are so short-sighted. Sir, Dr. Batter, later on, sir. First, let me finish this, sir. Very less motivation. It will be stressful. We will find it so difficult. It could be suffocating. But the moment we have understood something bigger thing in life, education is not life, my dear friends. But education gives you the best life. And what is that life? Your marks does not depict your life. There's something else which you want to become in your life. Remember, friends, there is a hall in Harvard University called as Sanders Halls. Spelling Sanders. If you want, you can write down the name of the hall. Harvard University. The Sanders Hall is like this. It's a very special hall. Harvard University is spread over a big town. It's not like acres, like it's a big town. Faculties, different, science, commerce and all. Every faculty have their own hall. Whereas Sanders Hall is a common hall, big hall. Whenever world-class speakers come, whenever world-class trainers come, they bring him into the hall and they will get all the children, all the students from all the faculties, all the professors, parents included, come into Sanders Hall. So can you now imagine how big Sanders Hall will be? I want a yes or no from all of you. Can you imagine what will be the grandness of the hall and all? Yes or no? You're able to imagine? For your information, very hardly in a life a person will get one time to speak in the Sanders Hall, even big achievers. But Bharat Ratna, Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan, People President, Missile Man, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was standing on the dais of Sanders Hall once in every 6 months talking to the whole of Harvard University. Big round of applause. Every 6 months, He was there. He was there. Thank you. Please be seated. Can I ask you one question? Will you permit me to ask you one question? Dr. Kalam is no more. We know that. I mean, physically he's no more. He still stays in our memories. Then who is going to replace him on that hall? Who is going to represent? Who is going to put on this national flag like this and go and address the children over there? Maybe you. Maybe it's your turn. Probably you are born to replace Dr. Kalam. Probably you are born to replace Dr. Cherian. Probably you are born to replace Vishwanathan Anand. Probably you are born to replace Sachin Tendulkar. Remember this in yourself. You are that. You are only in the making of that, my dear friends. You are still not finished in your production. You are in the stage of making. Maybe the studies which you are undergoing now will help you become that. You fail here, you don't become that. You succeed here, then you become that. God be with you. Bless you, friends. Do your best. Give your best. Not only you bring the name for yourself, for your family, you bring a name to the entire teacher community of the Rainbow School. And not only for the teacher community, for our own country also. May the country stand up for you and clap for you the way you clap today for Dr. Kalam, the way you clap today for Mrs. Sugna, the way you started clapping today for Basanti ji, the way you started clapping for Anand, Vishwanath Anand. One day, let the whole world stand up for you, friends, and clap for you. That will be your gift to this country. God bless you. Thank you so much. Wish you very well.
Sir, you taught us that our life is our choice, whether the circumstances affect it or not. At the end of the day, it's our choice about our life.
True.
So there will be a few situations where we are unable to find out whether the choice we are making is good or bad. So I think we will be experiencing that situation in our life some or the other day. So can we have an advice from you to choose which path is correct and which is wrong?
Good. It's a very useful question, particularly when we are quite young. We don't even know what is the right choice. We just make a choice and we go ahead. There are two ways to do it. How do we make a correct choice? There are two ways to do it. One, take the advice of elders. See, many times these elders have undergone what we have not undergone till now. They have seen some ups and downs over there in life. Your professors, your teachers, they have seen what you have not seen in this world. Probably they can guide us properly in giving us, maybe this is the way you should work or that. Number two, be willing to experiment. The second part is very useful. Be willing to experiment. Go a few steps and see, are you passionate? Is it triggering your heart? No? Change. Go this side. Is it triggering your heart? Is it giving you passion? No. Change. The second way to understand is by experimenting. Doing something, be sensitive. Are you able to work what you want to? And if you find yes, continue that way. And in case you find no, this is not really triggering my heart, I'm not able to give my best over there, now change. One of the very important ways in which you can understand whether you're making choices or not, correct choice or not, is talking to the elders. Follow Dr. Kalam, follow big people, follow Mahatma Gandhi, follow Padma Subramaniam. In fact, friends, I know her when she was, I think it was a housewife, a very talented housewife for that matter. There was an agents meeting and she compared the entire meeting. But look at the establishment she has created today. Ma'am, hardly 25 years before, you are magical, ma'am. Magical. Mind my words, 25, 30 years before, what she was, just go around these premises to see what she created. Take her advice. Probably she can tell you what could be a good choice for you. Because she knows the world also and she knows you also. She's been so closely associated with you. She knows your name. She knows your habits. Maybe Mrs. Subramaniam is also supported with many good faculty members who have also seen ups and downs in their life. They know you also and they know the world also. Probably they can guide you. Still, you still have a second choice. Walk this way. Works, change. Doesn't work, change. And at one point of time, your heart will say, you are born for this. Then pursue that. Is that all right, ma'am?
Thank you.
God bless you. Very interesting question. Thank you.
Actually, here I would like to just remind you, we had an interactive session with our superintendent of police last year during COVID. So during his interview, if you remember, he was actually forced, or he was just shown a way of becoming an engineer. So he pursued his studies, completed his engineering, but then when he was supposed to take up his career, he understood that it is not his passion. Then he changed over. He took over for his civil services examination. He made it there,
Right.
and he became what he wants.
Oh,
now
sure.
he is enjoying it.
Okay.
So
Correct.
there are turns in your life where you may have to take a change. First step, maybe you might have taken because of the influences, but later when you understand that this is what I like, maybe you can take a change.
Good.
Right?
All right. Thank you. Yeah.
Sir, I would like to ask you a question, sir. Like you told us about resilience, you've told us about a lot of
Resilience.
stories about resilience, but how can we inculcate it into our daily lives, sir?
Good.
Like there are some situations where it feels like everything is over, we can't do anything more, there is nothing we can do, then how can we overcome such situations, sir?
Excellent. Very good question. Now, I'm going to tell you something very controversial to start with, then come to the correct answer. Okay? Sometimes you find fearful, you're afraid of something. Situations are so tough, so you're afraid, you're fearful. First of all, let me tell you, the word fear is not a negative emotion. I'm repeating again, the fear is not a negative emotion. Can I have all of you repeat what I said? Fear is not a negative emotion. It is needed. Why is it needed? Let us say you are not afraid of facing the interview, you will not prepare for the interview. You will be very casual. You will go so casual. You will be so overconfident that you will mess up the performance over there. If you are not afraid of coming the best performance on the stage, you will not do the rehearsals. You will just walk on the stage and you will mess it up. That means fear is required. But the fear should not become so big that it stops you from acting. That is exactly where you draw the line. Fear is not negative. In fact, fear is required for us. We should be afraid of our parents. That means that will put us on the right track. The fear is not a negative emotion, but don't allow fear, examination fear, interview fear to stop you in the track. Now comes the question, all these stories, how do we imbibe in our life? Ma'am, you can sit down, you can come comfortable. I told you in the morning, there is a computer, and the computer is giving an output called thoughts. And the thoughts are producing inside you. What is this? What is this? Anybody? Anybody? What is this? Action.
Actions.
It created an action inside you. And the action produced results. And the results create your life. Suppose your thought is negative. Example, I think everything is over now. It's too big a difficulty for me to carry forward. Now you understand this is not a useful thought for you, because that thought will produce actions. The action can be defaulting, running away, diverting, or sometimes just sleeping. Some people sleep to get over the problem. Say, that's all, finish. Nothing is left. Now you know that thought will produce only this action. You have to change the thought. Where is thought coming from? This computer. How does the computer operate? There's a program running inside. How to change the program? Use input devices. Meaning, look at videos which inspire you. Read books, Wings of Fire. Read big books. And those books, when you read the few lines, suddenly you are inputting on a different program inside you. And the books can be even religious books. It could be Bible. It could be Bhagavad Gita. There is a statement in Bhagavad Gita which I would like to mention to all of you. Uddharet atmanam na atmanam avasadayet. Atmaiva hatmanor bandhu. Atmaiva ripuratmana. The meaning is very simple. Atma means mind. Mind. Arjuna, don't use your mind to put you down. Use your mind to uplift you. Uddharet atmanam. Use your mind to uplift you. Na atmanam avasadayet. Don't use your mind to push you down. Atmaiva Hatmanor Bandhu. If you use the mind to uplift you, then your Atma is your Bandhu. Bandhu means what? Anybody? Little more loudly. Atmaiva Rupuratmana, your mind is your enemy. If you allow it to put it down, it's your enemy. Now, therefore, you have to now change. You know, this thought is bad for me. How do I change my thought? Go back to the input devices. Read these books. And when you read these books, when you listen to CDs, when you watch videos, new input comes inside. Or probably be a part of a group which is very positive in vibration. Nurul Islam College in Kolkata, very big college. The college is so popular because right from primary section, you go up to degree there. That's a big college. Dr. Kalam was the chief guest for a graduation ceremony. 90 minutes of speech given by Dr. Kalam. My God, people are immersed in motivation. Normally he is in a flow. That day was in a super flow. One girl, she is about 13 years age. She stood up and asked, Kalam sir, you poured rain of motivation on us. We were so immersed, we couldn't take notes. Kalam sir, can you tell us one single idea for success? You understand what is the question? I want yes or no from all of you. Yes, Kalam says, there cannot be a single idea for success. Success is a result of a combination of multiple ideas. But still, if you want only one idea, let me share this with you. Whatever you want to become in your life, look for people who have already become that or in the process of becoming that. Go and join their group. You will become that. I am repeating again. I don't understand the meaning. You people should tell me the meaning. Okay? I'll just tell what Kalam sir said. Repeat it. I'll verbatim repeat it. I don't understand the meaning. One of you should explain to me what Kalam sir is trying to say. There is no single formula for success. It's a result of multiple ideas. But still, you insist on only one idea. And let me tell you one thing. Better, whatever you want to become in your life, whatever you want to become in your life, look for people who have already become that. Or people who are in the process of becoming that. Join that group. You will become that. Your turn now to explain to me. What is that you want to tell me?
So, sir, I need to be real genuine for this question. So, as you said, we need to be motivated by the talks, but people hear motivation a lot, and when they'll be like, yeah, now I'm motivated, now I'm going to do this work. But after some time, the old thoughts again come, and again you need to get motivated. So, how can we overcome this problem?
Very good. Lovely question, and probably a question of reality which many of us face, and nobody is an exception to it, including stalwarts like Dr. Kalam, Mahatma Gandhi. This question they face again and again. When you listen to a motivational speech, or when you look at a video, or when you saw the way Anand traveled in a car in potted roads which are so bad, battered, had to travel by ferry and all, for a moment inspiration comes inside us. But when we go to our real life, when we go back, again the same pulls and pressures are happening between the parents, the grandparents, the life, friends, and teachers and all will catch up with us. The question is, how do we stay motivated? Every day, before you come to school, or whenever you go out, what do? You stand before the mirror and see if everything is all right. And if you find something is wrong, you correct yourself. I want yes or no from all of you. Do you do it every day? Okay. Do you eat every day? Now I want yes or no from all of you. We all clean ourselves every day? But what about mind? We are maintaining this every day, therefore it's functioning every day. This we are waiting, Gopinath will come cleaning, or Kalam will come cleaning. That is the problem. Suppose we are also able to give our daily dose to this also, to this function of also. Suppose we are able to read a quotation every day. Suppose we are able to see a movie every day or a small clipping. Or suppose we are able to share with our friends some stories or listen to them from the stories. And every day, if we keep on doing it, just like sometimes you find indigestion happening, here also will happen, but you will quickly recover. Sometimes you find the body fatigue over there and you quickly jump back. Here also it will happen, but you will jump back quickly. But if there is very rare it's happening, motivational talks or videos or books or talking between the people, then the possibility is that it can pull us back into the syndrome. In your group, if somebody is speaking negative, example, it can happen also. You got two options. One option, correct them. Other option, leave them. Am I communicating with all of you, my dear friends? I am repeating again. Somebody is repeatedly, demotivating or, talking pessimistic things over there. Got two options. Work with them, communicate with them, and try to correct them. And in case you think it's not possible or failing, leave them. Don't allow them to have an effect on you. Do it daily. On this, I don't know, some of the people don't put oil on the head. But from my young age, parents taught us that every day you have to apply oil on the head. My question to you, every day we apply oil on the head, inside head, what do we apply? That's the problem. If we can be systematic in that also, to a large extent we will be protected, man. We'll be protected. There will be once in a while a virus attacking, but we will be jumping back also very quickly. Thank you, friends. God bless you. Thank you. In the globe. And there's not a vision written on the board over there. We believe in this vision. Sometimes when you happen to come to Chennai, I request you to please come to our office, Gopas. We got a training venture over there. It's a beautiful hall, fully decked up hall. In any of the international universities, the type of hall you will get, that is the type of hall we created. You know why? Right now in that hall, many parts of India, people come there, Bengaluru, Chennai, everywhere they come from, Mumbai, Kolkata, Srinagar, they come there and attend training. A day will come. A day will come when all the seats will be filled up by people from US, UK, Harvard, Boston. They will come to India, attend training, and they will pay dollars, and that will be our contribution to the country. And I'm living for that day, and that will happen. That will happen. And that keeps us motivating. Some sort of a give back to my country. May not be big, a few dollars doesn't matter for the country, but at least I'll be happy I did it for my side. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
God bless you. Very good. Why do we need motivation? Without motivation, can we not do anything? Friends, it is the other way around. You do anything because you got a motivation. That's the point. You want to sleep, you have a motivation. You want to work, you got a motivation. What is motivation? Motivation is an emotion inside you which pushes you to action. That's all. The motivation can be strong to do something positive. The motivation can be something wrong to do something negative. Motivation is behind all your actions. It's not you're getting motivated. In fact, all your actions are coming from your motivation. Your motivation. All that you can do is to channelize the motivation towards a particular action. Motivation is always there. Why were you motivated to play a game? You don't know. You like playing the game and you started playing the game. You get motivated over there. Some people were not motivated. They were sitting in the house watching people playing the game. So they were motivated sitting and watching over there. Behind every action, there's a motivation. So you can't do away with motivation. Either you're motivated to be idle, or you're motivated to sleep, or you're motivated to watch TV, or you're motivated to study. The question is, you have an option of channelizing your motivation to do what you want. That's all. Otherwise, there is behind every action, there is a motivation. Let me spell the motivation for you. Motive. Have you heard of the word automotive? Yes or no? All of us together, please. Yes. Anything that puts you into motion is called motive. Motivation means that quality inside you which pushes you to do some activity is called motivation. Motivation is there. The question is, either you change it to this side or that side. It is there like. Okay, ma'am? You can change your motivation level. You can increase your motivation level. You can channelize the motivation level so that you can speed up your action. Your motivation level is low, you will have a very normal action. Your motivation is very high, you will be super active over there. Fine? Thank you. I'll continue with what she asked the question. Let us say, sir, I'm not motivated to read, I'm motivated to play. But at the same time, I have an ambition to become a doctor. I'm giving an example. I'm not motivated to study chemistry. I'm not interested. That doesn't motivate me. What motivates me is playing football or anything. But sir, my ambition is to become a medical doctor. Now what do I do now? Without studying, without scoring marks, I can't become that. But I'm not motivated. I'm motivated for this. The question is, whatever you feel you're highly motivated on, can you use that to motivate you here? How, sir? Let us say, for example, you are motivated, you feel happiness in solving crossword puzzles. Example. Now, what you do while you're studying chemistry, create your own crossword puzzles on chemistry. You love crossword puzzles, do it on chemistry. Now, what is going to happen? Because you love that, you will do it, solve the problems, and your memory power will go up. For example, let me give you an example. Like, what is a water molecule? What are the atoms in water molecule? How many atoms of hydrogen? How many atoms of oxygen? Two atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen is water. So I can create a crossword puzzle. Ultimately, I want them to write water. So I'll create a puzzle. So when they answer it, the answer will be water. Then what will happen? My knowledge, my interest in chemistry goes deeper into it. Is it possible, friends? 2 atoms of hydrogen and 2 atoms of oxygen can be combined. Is it possible? Is it scientifically possible? 2 atoms of hydrogen and 2 atoms of oxygen. Is it possible that it can be combined? I want yes or no? Yes. And it creates a molecule called as hydrogen peroxide. Look, I'm using my area of interest to create some other area where I'm not interested, but that's essential for me. And I learn it through that way. You use whatever is of interest to you and use that method to learn things which you find difficult to learn over there. How to remember hydrogen peroxide? Normally, you use water to rinse your mouth. I want yes or no from all of you. Little more stronger yes, no from you. Hydrogen peroxide is also used to rinse your mouth, particularly to clear the germs, but it should be it should be used in a very limited content under medication over there. You have heard of some of the blue color liquid which people give you to rinse your mouth every day and night? That's hydrogen peroxide liquid. Now see how I'm connecting my topic to one by one into what is the world is happening over there. I become really interested now. In whichever area you're interested, you can use the same formula, replicate it to the other area which is essential for you. Mr. Gopinath, are you going back to previous session? Interested in essential, less interested in less essential? Yes, that's what I'm saying. You can create this and match it.
So I think we have done with the questions. So was it a very useful session today? Yes, indeed. Today I think, as somebody said, you rained motivation, sir, to Abdul Kalam ji. I think we all need to stand up and give a big round of applause to sir to tell that you have rained motivation today, sir. Thank you, sir. Very, very useful points, especially at this stage where they are getting ready for the board exams and their final exams. I think you've given them valuable points of how to correct themselves or how to put themselves on the track, and especially with the career-oriented questions, I think you had answers for that, right? So let's go to the end of the session with the counting of the chocolates. Let's see who's got the highest number of chocolates with them. Oh. Can we have somebody stand up? All those who've got the chocolates, just stand up. Rakshit 5, Akmal 3, okay. 2, 5, 13, 4, 2, 4, 1, 7, 12. Okay, a big round of applause to 7, 12 and 13. I request the students to come over here. Please come, Himani, Darshana and Jahnavi. So, Himani has actually answered that question very well about the pet and the human being, how the animals reacted and the human being react. right? So there is a difference between the pet and the human being. Wonderfully answered, and congratulations for getting the highest number of chocolates. And this, I would request, sir, to give away. It's your book, sir. Yes, sir. Congratulations, dear. And to the child Darshana, who had a very good recall of the last session as well as her involvement today in today's session. So this is a small gift from sir. Oh, then we have to change the book for you, Darshana. And Janavi, sir, my Meghna, I'm sorry, Meghna. She is a question bank, sir, in the classroom also. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you so much. You will be carrying a huge bag of knowledge, a treasure with you today. See that you continue or keep up these points throughout your life and make it useful to make yourself successful. Okay?